Hey, alright, so this is a demo of... Ooh, that's loud. Sorry, this is a demo of SoaR Gaming, which used to be Broken Alliance? And there's something in between, I don't know. And Muffin Lightning, which is Hayes' team. Muffin Lightning has been having a rough go of it. Not laughing at them, I'm laughing with them. I'm just kidding, obviously, because, yeah. Alright, let's get the fuck out of warm-up. So SoaR takes CT first, and first things first, I'm gonna look at their setup right off the bat. So I want to see where their kit goes, and I also want to see what the T executes like. So it looks like one T roof, one garage. It's interesting. So one T roof, 3 go straight into lobby, and these guys are playing, oh, that's kind of interesting. They're playing 2 hell, which I was not expecting at all. So instead of actually holding ramp room, they're basically playing retake B, where they have 2 players, one in vent and one in control already. Oh, he's actually not in vent, he's behind. This is a good spot. I missed some frags here for sure. So I want to rewatch this because I want to know how the first death happens. And I think, I don't remember whether it was, I don't remember who it was who died first. So Sheep's buys a full nade set. So he blows the door open and then smokes for the transport. And it's really just a bait. They're not taking vent. But fucking SoaR still has 3 there to protect. And Broken is literally just watching for the drop. So they already have their heaven player drop down into hell to make sure. And by the time this happens, holy shit, that's really smart. By the time this happens, Grim is already downstairs, so it's not really like a rotate. And Snakes is already in control. That was a sick shot, holy fuck. Okay. Alright. That was a brutal fucking pistol round in which nothing tactical happened after the first, everything else was followed by a duel. It was all kind of really individual. On their anti-eco on Nuke, so the first thing I want to know is, you know, where do people actually run proper anti-ecos on Nuke? And it looks, just off the bat, it looks like Muffin Lightning's going to end up doing a 2-1-2, probably sending one up to Silo off the bat, and then 2 outside with the bomb. I think it's interesting that if they're going to commit resources to lobby like that, and they're not bringing the bomb inside, ultimately they're probably looking to end B. I wonder how they're going to achieve that. But I also noticed that one of the bigger things that I noticed is that there's 4 SMGs and 1 rifle, and I wonder where Snakes is actually going to play, and then 4 mollies. So I wonder whether it's going to cancel mollies or, you know, what they're going to save. I'm also interested in the fact that they went for a lot of flashes. Basically, everyone has flashes where they could have also had HEs, and usually on like an anti-eco like this, people are going to be rushing anyway. but it is worth noting that Muffin Lightning, and maybe SoaR knows this, it is worth noting that Muffin Lightning is like partial deco. Like Silent has head armor too. I think he got 2 kills. He must have gotten 2 kills. So he got 1 kill. Okay, the fuck. Maybe Akis dropped that for him. I don't know. I wasn't watching. So they're just playing a contain outside setup, and it also looks like Grim is right above door. And they did molly, by the way, they did molly into hut, and they mollied right outside a door. I know I didn't show that, but that was the 2 molly popping off right off the top. And like I called, there's 2 outside. Justin is on top of... Oh no, he's not actually on top of it, is he? There he is. How am I missing this click? Oh, there it is. He is. Sorry. And Justin knows that this guy's a credit card. He's been looking at it. It's an interesting walk here. And I guess MCE knows about it. I don't know what this guy's actual name is. MCE knows about it, but he's... I think Snake's got timed out. Like, he could have traded that kill outside for sure, but he walked away at an unlucky timing. I missed lobby contact. We're gonna rewatch this because of all the timing. This timing is amazing. Holy fuck. So these guys walk outside. It's a nice, really slow round, and Silent even knows, and this is why that glass is already broken, because Snakes and Silent know about each other. So we're actually just going to watch this from outside instead. We're going to rewatch this from outside so we can understand tactically what goes on. So they're really just looking for deagle picks. Like, there's nothing too tactical about this. Justin is covering the back, like, over the top, while Silent sneaks through credit card. They get the lucky kill on MCE. Sadly and unfortunately, Snakes has already moved away into heaven at the time that kill comes down, and that allows Snakes room to work. Now, sorry, Silent room to work. Snakes already knows about this, and look at what's happening. Justin is actually covering upper while Snakes goes for this maneuver to come out and take control here. We're going inside. So door just opened, 2 quick kills at the same time that Justin swings off of Cat and down into sight. We're gonna rewatch the take there, because again, that timing is just too fucking good. This entire round literally came down to timing from Muffin Lightning. Alright, so we'll actually watch this. I don't want to watch this from Grim's perspective. I actually want to float over the site and watch this. Because look at where Hayes is, look at where Justin is. While Silent is working outside, Snakes knows he's there. And Exceed is aware for sure that someone's in lobby. Like, there's no way that they're not in lobby because they've only seen 1 or 2 people. Unfortunately, he still gets timing here, I think. I think he gets shot in the back. He gets shot in the face. Okay. And Justin swings in off of Catwalk right after Grim straights a kill. Silent gets the drop on Snakes because of the timing. We're going to watch the finish. It's worth it. Alright. Where's Justin at? We're going to watch Voltage this whole round. And then we're going to watch Justin at the same time. Alright. So Voltage is inside. Justin's dropped off, and he's gonna go for the plant. Those are 2 just amazing shots from Voltage. Holy shit. Alright, now we can get the fuck out of this round. That's a really fucking painful round for SoaR. Wow. So Muffin Lightning committed resources, and that's why they don't rebuy here. Can't rebuy here. They didn't get the plant. They committed a lot of resources, including head armor from someone. I think Silent had the head armor, and I guess it dropped him. Alright. So this is, again, they're literally just looking for individual stuff, nothing massive. No giant surprise that they're just walking outside. I like MCE's position, even though it's really passive and gives up a lot of information. He hasn't been like challenged towards garage. They didn't like run out there. But anyway, let's get to the actual meat. I want to see what Muffin Lightning's hit is like, and I'm excited to see SoaR's proper defense. I noticed that, again, they actually haven't committed to a single rifle here, and I think part of it is that their economy is strong enough that they may not have to. So let's pause this real quick, just do some quick analysis. So Silent is already in like setup. He's already set up to take Silo while Hazed is setting up for the garage smoke. They have one in lobby. They basically have someone. I think they're running a wall of smokes outside already. And then I think Chiefs is just waiting in lobby with them. Yeah. All right. Looking at the other side, they have one solo ramp, and MCE's already downstairs. So they're basically playing like a non-outside coverage setup total. And they may not know, I don't know whether they know about the CT economy, or sorry, the T economy enough to know that Muffin Lightning doesn't have an AWP, but they don't, neither side does. So, you know, I think they're basically, again, going to contain where MCE and Snakes are outside. And then Grim and Exceed are playing the same exact positions they did before. And I want to see from the wall of smokes. First of all right, Silent throws that from underneath, and we can actually go back and watch the hit itself, or sorry, the wall outside. So they do 3 smokes and a molly into credit card or slot or whatever. But MCE is already downstairs, ready for the secret take, and Akis is about to walk through the smoke. This is actually really fucking smart. Alright, so we're gonna go back and watch this whole thing again before we even get into the rest of the round. Alright, we'll watch it on half. So Akis and Hazed are literally just setting up for their smokes, while Silent sets up for, I guess, like the middle walls in the smoke wall. The middle smoke in the smoke wall. So his is already in the air, bounced off the skybox, I think. No, it just comes straight down. But then, yeah, okay, so he's the one who throws a credit card molly. I wasn't sure whether it was him or Hazed or someone like that. It looks like Hazed, so Akis walks out, and then Silent and Hazed go back after flashing once, and they're actually coming out of door at the same time that all this happens. So Akis should find Snakes. Boom. And now Exceed is cut off. Exceed is literally alone on the site there. Even though Grim, who I think was, I don't know, I didn't see where Grim was, sorry. So let's come back. We're gonna watch a hit again. The actual hit. So outside is what it is. They set up a quick wall. Chiefs is at door. And Justin's watching ramp push. Hayes comes back and Silent comes back right after their hit. So Grim goes down early, interesting, to support the outside push. And Jack is still, Exceed is still alone, and Grim is, I see, he's in that retake position, position. And MCE was still, he was the guy coming up from secret. Alright, so it's a breakpoint round. Let's see, sorry. You know what, I paused it too early because I want to know whether they... Oops. I want to know whether they force or not. Okay, so they go back to the deco. And Akis is still... Akis is at 4,700. Like, he could have got head armor, he could have dropped more, maybe. But that tells me that they're changing up their setup. They're definitely going to have an op next round. So on this anti-eco, MCE comes with a cocked molly ready for the ramp rush, and it sounds like... Alright, so door was also mollied at the same time. It doesn't look like hut was mollied. And it just so happens that these guys threw the wall of smokes outside already, and they're setting up for the secret take. And MCE's, that's so smart. MCE's on top of the I guess CT red now. Alright. So I want to watch the actual action hit. So we'll watch this from MCE's perspective. So he comes ready to cancel the rush, and then he moves back to support outside. And once they hear these smokes coming in, he actually uses his molly for T red, and then he takes CT red, CT blue, whatever. He heard the So, one thing they've been doing so far, and what the fuck? Muffin Lightning still isn't running an op, even though they had the money for it. Interesting. I wasn't expecting that. SoaR's playing contain outside. They're actually not challenging at all. They haven't really properly challenged top of silo. Ever. Now now Snakes is starting to. Interesting. And it's really just predicated on having the op. They're running 2 in ramp. These guys are going for the wall outside again. And I wonder if they know. I wonder if they know whether. I didn't hear a shot earlier, so I don't know if he shot. That's a sick crossfire. We need to show that crossfire. Sorry for doing every fucking round like a million times, but I think there's actually a lot to be gained from just watching this crossfire. A lot of these early rounds have actually been really important. Right. So we're gonna come inside for the hit. And look at the positions. So it seems like this XC player likes to play back behind silo every time, and they're just crossfiring in the middle of the room. So they had one person heaven, one person behind silo, who's able to dodge back from hut, and also spot for the mini push, while this guy is available to shoot them in the back whenever silo engages. So when silo steps out and shoots to, or whatever, bomb site steps out and shoots towards mini, that's when this guy can start to shoulder out from here, peek out broad, or he can just wait like he did, and he just shot 2 in the back while they were crossing. And Exceed is the guy who literally just stayed alive for as long as he could. We're gonna come back to this round. Alright. Interesting. So this one, so MCE is the guy who always goes to ramp early with the cocked molly to cancel the rush, and now we're gonna get a rush. So before we go anywhere else, 2 things that I wanted to talk about. We've seen one outside take, right? We've seen one deco, like a fake outside. It's a fake from outside to inner, right? Back. And then, well, I can't erase. Fuck it. So we've seen We've seen outside. We've seen one more outside. We have seen that the one that I'm talking about is a wall of smokes to come back to inner. All right. But we haven't. I don't think we've actually seen like a full secret take. And I don't think that we've actually seen a straight A. Like we basically haven't seen a straight A rush. And part of the reason for that is that SoaR seems to molly hut and molly door every time that they know that Muffin Lightning is low money. And MCE seems to be ready with a molly at ramp every time that they know that Muffin Lightning is low money. And then the other thing that they've been doing is actually they've been mollying door on gun rounds too, which allows Exceed and Grim to get into their positions correctly. I don't know why this thing keeps fucking up. So now we're going to see a B rush, a straight B rush. And we're going to see Muffin Lightning, I think, die in a fire. Sadly and unfortunately. Why am I on the wrong fucking player again? Alright. So MCE smokes first, and then he hears those footsteps, and there's really nothing to say. Alright, I'll take that nade. Alright. North America, boys. Let's go. Okay, so it looks like this is actually the first round. Hang on a second. I was really looking for map info first. This is the first round that Muffin Lightning has multiple people coming up upper fast like this. So I wonder if they're gonna go back to that deco play where they had people walking outside and then one sitting on top of rafters. But they're going so fast that if they drop rafters here, I want to watch this. They're going so fast that if they drop immediately down to rafters here, Snakes might pick them off just like easily. So this is actually the first time that we've seen this outside duel. They've like both teams have had a lot of contact outside, and that's the first time that we've actually seen that duel. It's kind of interesting. One thing to note is that I think Snakes was having Snakes fell back to the railing position outside of CT spawn here. I don't know how Grim died. That's silly. Maybe he got shot through the door or something. But Exceed has moved up to a position where he's moved Snake in from outside. So that's what it looks like. That's what you do. All right, we're gonna watch this setup again. What the fuck is going on? They seem like they're dying randomly. That's why I'm kind of curious. And this is the second time that Muffin Lightning has been able to do that to them. Just been able to get like random picks. So they open the round with Exceed and Grim in sight. They're expecting an eco, so Exceed is watching the run out shot, right? They know about the eco, so they've already mollied. You can see it in here. So Chief's gonna walk out. Oh, he surprises. I see. Surprises on the walkout. No big deal. Chiefs is already down, and I don't know whether they know it or not. MCE was outside to support Snakes, and Snakes has now gone inside as a result of the kill. And now Exceed is actually alone in A site, and I see. So MCE gets that kill, and he's expecting the contact, but he actually gets instantly traded anyway. So Silent knew that MCE was going to come back out, and MCE has to pick a duel here. So this is actually really smart. Silent walks through this at the same time. This is the same thing they did on the previous deco round. Silent walks through at the same time that he's got coverage from Catwalk. It's fucking interesting. It's a great setup. So this is really just CT focused, this entire demo review. I may not even finish it because I know it doesn't matter. I think they lose like 16-5 or something like that. Or 16-8. Something really low. Holy shit, that's a sweet nade. Let's watch it again. Hayes just lost all his fucking HP. I don't know if you guys noticed that. There's too much to notice here, and Nuke is so spread out right now. Smart nuke users. So get the box smoke lineup here. So he's running along, and he releases 2-3 steps before he actually hits that red box. Flashes over. He actually flashed himself, I think. And then that's a 50 damage nade right over the top here. I see. And he never actually exposed himself to anywhere that T's could be, unless they were like straight running out. Smart. So they're still, these guys are still running like different setups. They keep switching it up a little bit, which I like. So Snakes is still in that cross coverage, and MCE seems like the dedicated outside. So I also like that. Where is he? Oh, okay. It's Exceed. Exceed's already down, and he's already they're already aware, based on the fact that MCE knew that he lost his position, like he moved away from his position. So every time that someone moves away from their outside position or like doesn't have coverage of secret, they'll basically, it seems like they basically set up in that full like secret hallway position, like they're ready for this fight. By the way, while Exceed was fighting there, Snakes dropped straight down from ramp. Oh, this is so interesting. I wasn't expecting Voltage to be in hell. That's kind of smart. So basically, they've given, instead of giving B, they gave A. Okay, I want to go back and watch the late half of this round. So it seems like they actually have a contingency for this happening, for like actually losing outside. And it seems like they want to fight for B instead of A. Maybe it's just this round, but we're going to watch this from Grimm's perspective because he's the guy who actually stays alive super late. And again, they molly hut, and they molly door. Let's see what Exceed is doing right now. So Snakes hits his first shot. MCE gets hit up a lot from Catwalk, and that's when Exceed drops straight down. This is also when Snakes drops down and goes to cover inner bomb site. So Exceed's falling out. I'm actually surprised that he, like, this is an interesting timing. He could have gotten swung on there. So Snakes misses the misses the last cross, and he goes down straight to bomb site, while Voltage still covers. Voltage maintains coverage of Snakes rotate. So we just saw Exceed get his double kill and then get traded, and Grimm is now down on bomb site A alone. So basically, they've put themselves into a 1-in-1 plus float position. Like Snakes is solid A, or sorry, solid B. Grimm is anchoring A. And then Voltage is like literally waiting for the back rotate, for like the back coverage. So Voltage is cutting off this part of the map. Grimm basically, I guess, is cutting off this part of the map. So they're containing them into here. So they're either going to get funneled down into B, or they're going to have to come through and fight Grimm on A. They end up fighting Grimm on A, and I guess SoaR just times them out. I don't even understand. I feel like after Exceed died in halls, in like lower halls, Muffin Lightning wasn't expecting not to get challenged again, and all of SoaR actually just played that really, really smart, really patiently. So they basically have this contingency where, you know, when there is no forced contact here, you guys should go quiet on purpose. So basically, look at like the positions that everyone takes. Everyone moves forward out of their position instead of like sitting way far back. Oops, UI's open, that's why. So Voltage is aware of the guy in heaven. Snakes is now hearing about it, like, you know, they communicate that, and Grimm's literally just watching mini coverage. So now at this point they're saying like, all right, timing, don't do anything.
Counter-terrorists win.
That's a rough deal to lose. That's pretty sick. I'm really not concerned with this T-side right now. These guys are doing the same thing that they've done in the past. It looks like it's just going to be wall of smoke combined with 1 or 2 flashes. Akis Molly's secret, like the actual stairway. And this time they go for a pure outside hit. And interestingly, so I'm not sure what the read was here, but instead of MCE rotating back outside, this time he's gone into radio. So, but now they actually know for sure that it's got to be downstairs. Unless Snakes makes contact, they know for sure that it's got to be downstairs. Grim and Exceed are still staying on A, and even Voltage. Maybe they don't know. Maybe they don't know because basically Muffin Lightning just got B. Interesting. It's kind of interesting that that worked this round because on other rounds that they lost control of outside, they always had Snakes like come in and then someone drop down. Either drop down vent or drop down like into sight. So MCE has pushed on the full flank. He walked through radio. They know that lobby is clean. So that now they absolutely 100% know that it's got to be B. There's no way it could be anything else at this point. Unless this retard was like fucking sitting around in a weird lurk spot. I'm not sure, you know. Oops. I hit the wrong button, my bad. So I don't think that lurk was stupid. And I take back what I said. I think it's a lot better if he doesn't get timing there. And like if they're I take back what I said. Because if he gets that kill, then he may in fact win them the round, just by timing of the early setup. So again, we have a molly inside hut, molly at door. We didn't have a molly here. Oh, we did have a molly here. What the fuck? This is kind of interesting. I've never actually seen an Opera do this before, but it's smart. So now they've actually contained everyone again. And Snakes is boosted all the way out here. Oh no, please. Sad day. Alright, we're gonna watch this again. I wasn't expecting Snakes to be boosted up there. Like when I saw the map, I just thought he was in big garage. We'll watch this from his perspective. In fact, actually, we'll watch this from MCE's perspective because I'm sure in order to get up there, he was setting Snakes up with flashes. Maybe that nade, I don't know. But they're double upping, so he has to go set up voltage. He sets up voltage, doesn't he? So Snakes just does this alone. Interesting. So what happens if he gets banged out? Like if they just swing really hard? I guess it's like a Joker spot. It's like a one and done. And he's already put MCE in the position to rotate down, or Voltage in the position to rotate down, because MCE has gone back to A, interestingly. So this is 3 players on A. I don't know if this is like a read or just a guess, but when Snakes dies outside, I don't know that these positions are like... I don't know, maybe this is just a read. Maybe this is a read that I'm like so unaware of. Maybe I suck at Counter-Strike. What the fuck, man? Alright. I'm gonna watch it again. I actually think that's a great execute. Muffin Lightning looked like they should have taken outside, but they didn't. Maybe they changed it up because of Snake's spot. Could be it. Kind of interesting. So we'll watch the outside hit. We'll watch what happens here. So same wall of smokes. Silent tosses the gap smoke. So Snakes misses his shot, and then he dies. And they patiently molly credit card, smoke behind the mini take, and then they flash through, and then they come through the smoke, and they actually surprise SoaR doing it. I think they surprise. Like I think it's just a coincidence that SoaR doesn't rotate off or doesn't like change up their position. I can't tell. I could be wrong. All right. So let's watch this full volume and see his position and see what he hears. Snakes dies. dies. And when Snakes dies, so that's interesting. When Snakes dies, MCE smokes Mini, and Grim moves off of his like upper position in a site. Those are just good frags by Exceed and MCE. MCE got 2 from that position where he's crossfiring with Exceed and Grim at Mini. I still can't tell if that's like a fantastic read or if that's like just luck. Oh. I think they're just okay. I think this is just like. I think they're trying different things. I don't know. Basically, everyone is in a challenge setup. Like, Exceed was playing close, is playing close still. Nice. Snakes completes the push. I would be a terrible, like, camera person. At 95 and 1, holy shit. Alright, let's go back. We'll watch MCEs around here. So SoaR throws the control smoke outside, and followed by the control nade. Haze takes a little bit of damage from it, but I don't know if you guys watched it, if you guys saw this, but they just jumped up through the smoke and over to the left to make it hard for the CTs to know. As a result of this control smoke, it's hard for the CTs to know that they're all the way through here. And then he does actually surprise MCE here. So again, I wonder if SoaR ran their setup off of a read, or because they're up 11-0 and there's almost no reason not to punish a little bit here, because, you know, the further behind Muffin Lightning gets, the harder it is to, I don't know, the harder it is to come back. Like, mentally, this is really hard. Being down 11-0 on the T side of Nuke is, like, frustrating, obviously. And every rush has ultimately failed. The only things that have worked at all are, like, timing walks outside. It was a good shot by Justin. It's a good round. Alright, so it looks like, oops, sorry. It looks like SoaR is back to the actual setup, where Exceed is holding hut, Grim above, wall of smokes again coming in, and this time Silent actually has an op and he's watching credit card. We're gonna go back and find out what happened on that kill. Interesting. They want to, now they're actually going for the full rifle take of Secret. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Exceed either. Oh well. Alright, so we'll come back. I wanted to review, I want to look at, anytime that they do this, I want to look at their whole CT setup, but I also did want to see their outside, see what exactly is happening outside. Alright, so Exceed, so MCE, I guess, just challenges here and loses. He moves up into like a one and done and loses. Oh, he actually goes for the push. Interesting. Nice. I think Exceed might get surprised on the walkout here. Or sorry, Cheebs might not get surprised on the walkout here. Like, he wins this duel, I guess. That's nuts. Quick trades coming in, but they basically have no proper lower control now. They don't really have access to it. So I think this is just a read that SoaR feels like Muffin Lightning just likes A a lot, and maybe they've watched a lot of demos, and maybe Muffin Lightning really does just like A a lot. Because this is the second time that they've lost outside control, and instead of... So, look, this is actually literally the second time that we've seen this setup where Voltage is in a ramp condition. Previously, when he had a rifle, he actually sat in hell, and now he's actually holding radio. So, again, they're in a position where they're trying to cut off different parts of the map. This time, Voltage hasn't cut off this part of the map, but they have cut off this entire block here. I like that Grim's aware. We're going to watch the second half of this round again. Just to see how Muffin Lightning walks in, knowing, you know, we know how it actually happens because Voltage is in like a forward position rather than a rear position this time. So the trades happen in lobby. All right, so now we're back to, we're in the slow walk into secret. And this time, Voltage is not in a fast ramp drop position. Instead, they'll be relying on these guys. These guys inside a site to go down to secret via the vent. And we saw that retake fail just a little bit earlier. So I like this. They move Aegis up early, and they're literally just waiting. Jesus, smart. They move Aegis up early, and they're literally just waiting for anybody to peek around things. So watch the way that Hayes and Aegis are actually taking things together. There are 2 crosshairs on everything at all times. And in fact, there may even be 3, just because of Silent and Justin being with them now, as they moved up. So they're waiting, and they're giving Justin time to entry and bait things out. Silent gets that trade. And Aegis is watching flank. There we go. A lot of walking. Whole lot of shift on that round. I like it. Alright, so we're back to reality. MCE, they're in the contain mode again. MCE playing Big Garage. Snakes coming to the secret stairway. And, you know, the smokes have gone off outside again. Just like looking at what it looks like from their perspective. MCE is watching these smokes come off, and you're hearing a couple op shots pop off, but it seems like this is the fake, the take back to inner, that instead of ending A, it actually they want to end ramp. Just 2 terrific kills from Volt. All right. I'm trying to make this as short as possible, and we're already at fucking 45 minutes. Damn. This is because I've been watching things like 8 times. I might actually end after this round. I'll end after this half, actually. All right, so this is round style number 4 or 5 down that we've seen. Like, we've seen the straight B, we've seen the outside wall down to execute. We've seen the outside wall to inner. We've seen the outside wall to walk, like the eco rounds that they've done. But we have not seen the outside back to ramp. And they remember, they failed their outside back to A. So now we're going to hit this again. Voltage is going to hit some nice shots here. So these guys actually peek out dry here, interestingly. And I like Voltage's play on the first shot to peek to the left side of box, take 1, and then immediately drop in molly. It's a good shot to follow up. By the way, while this is happening, Grim was already down vent. If you go all the way back to the pistol round, when they knew that they weren't going to get maintain ramp control, they posted 2 into hell and sent 2 people, or they sent 1 person down to ramp right away, or down to vent right away. So we're gonna watch this again because I want to see the other contact portions of the CT side. Voltage kills 2 on his own and basically cancels the B rush, but I understand that Exceed and Snakes chime in at some point. Exceed, Snakes, and MCE chime in at some point. Grim is the guy who went that vent. Grim is the top hut player. Alright. So Molly hut, Molly door. Grim's ready to respond to any door rush. Exceed ready to respond to any hut rush. And it looks like MCE, they're, like I was talking about earlier, they're already in this contain situation. So Muffin Lightning sets up their wall of smoke outside. They walk Aegis forward, just like they did the previous time. They walk Aegis forward, and Hayes goes back and joins the ramp team. And then Silent, I guess Silent must come out A. We're going to watch this from Grim and Exceed right now. So Volt just got his second kill. MCE kills one outside. I see. Okay. Oh, MCE kills the walk. That's right. So Grim goes down and Exceed is solo. And what is Snake's up to? So Snake comes down as well. So Voltage kills two. MCE kills the walk and then kills the guy who tries to walk through hell outside. And Snakes is here to support. Well, he and Grim are here to support each other. Boom. Okay. It's the last round. So on this round, they're not doing the contain. I guess Snakes runs through, runs the safest route to secret anytime that they do the secret thing. But it looks like MCE already knows that they're outside, and they didn't wall of smokes this. They actually just like took it with flashes. So we're actually going to come back and see this. I want to see how SoaR responds when someone hits them dry and they don't have an op outside. By the way, they've only played that op outside a few times, and they don't seem to go for like a solid commit to it. Just one thing to note. So MCE comes out and does his rotation of nades, where he blocks off, he does the control smoke so that they don't know whether you're pushing, and then he follows it up with a nade that punishes. Muffin Lightning walks through the smoke, and MCE has already gone back into the no die position. Like he's literally just spotting Silo, spotting Marshmallow, whatever you want to call it, and Hazed is setting them up for an outside take. So they're literally just dry fighting outside and seeing how this works. Interesting. This is the first time that we've seen this round. This is a unique round in the game so far. So Hayes wraps all the way into hell, and Voltage is aware. Voltage like basically walks out of there, and these guys win some duels on A. Interesting. We're gonna rewatch. Okay, so I think we're just gonna rewatch that round from like Aegis and Hayes' perspective, because ultimately the reason that they win this round is positional and it's timing based, and this is the first time that they haven't gone, like they actually haven't revealed their hand about any outside takes. Silent is watching the pocket right now. What number is he? Silent is was watching credit card through the box slot, right? And Grim and Exceed are already in their advanced positions, like the forward positions, because they know about the possibility of Muffin Lightning wrapping A. Nice. All right, so Aegis is following Hayes out after the MCE kill. Snakes, I guess, dies down below. I didn't see the Snakes kill. Okay, fuck. So Aegis enters A, and this is that second kill, the last one that we saw. Right. Oh, I guess there was door contact, wasn't there? There was hot contact. Because Exceed dies right here. 2 will walk out from door. Oh, sorry, 2 will walk out from hut.